The Ascend Tournament Series holds the Paradise Cup crew battles a couple times a year, and for the third installment, they added the Excellence Division, capped at 1725 MMR with a prize pool of $100. We formed a roster consisting of Shadowball, Damien, Soda, and Silky as a sub. But after signing up, Damien unfortunately went over the rank cap, meaning that he would have to be removed from the team and Silky would be promoted to the main roster. The tournament would be split into 2 stages. We would have 2 weekly matches in the group stage, then hybrid playoffs would all be played over the course of 2 days. Our first match was against the Aura Hornets, familiar faces from the Define Greatness Cup, and similarly we were able to win with a sweep, not even conceding a single goal in the 3v3 games. With this result, we had already clinched a spot in the playoffs, and we only needed a single game win against Gryffindor QC to make it into the upper bracket. So obviously we got swept, knocking us into the lower bracket after a 1v1 loss and 2 overtime losses in the 3v3s. It's worth noting that Soda and Shadowball were now on 8 and 7 overtime loss streaks in leagues respectively, but we did at least score a crazy 0-second goal in one of them and got into an Edit Tim video.
That might have been the best play I've ever seen in Rocket League history.
Anyway, we would match up against Hausen in lower bracket round 1. They had by far the highest average MMR in the tournament and had only lost to Whiff-Offs, the tournament favorites, so we knew we would have to play our best to move on.
Is currently, even if they peak there, is currently holding GC in 2s and 3s, but both of these squads overcome a lead, barring any catastrophic error by the team that is in the lead. And as they work this pass play down...
Won't get the touch there. Silky. Things up in the air, we'll have a net in front. Gets by 2, double tap! Oh, Silky! Shadowball is a pretty good one-foot player though, so they're gonna save him for that mode as Soda looking for an early start here in the 2v2.
Early in a 2s game, we don't just keep following that. We try to boost to the ground and get back.
One-on-one kind of ideas here as Silky. We'll leave it back for Soda. That's a great shot! Great teamwork here from Phantom Gaming, and even though they maybe don't connect on a lot of the passes, they find goals! I think to answer your question there, what we need to see from Hausen, we need to see more of those bumps. We didn't see a lot of it early, but there you go! Silky goes up in the air for one last play. He's all alone right now on offense as Hardpoint leaves it! Really pay attention not to where the first player is in the ball, but that second player is right behind him, because that's where the play's made! That kind of recognition, that kind of knowledge of what's happening as Silky. It's a great flick. It's a wide open net for Soda. He's missed it, but in comes Shadowball.
But as we see here, it looks like Phantom is starting to adjust to the fact that they're going to take up all the speed.
With space and time. Cleared away, gets by 1, an open chance right in front of the net, but Shadowball can't take this. Motto will be beat though, that is a perfect shot. Can't score on it, and Shadowball, oh, he just faked him out. Oh, that's a huge fake, and now he'll go again. Bounce dribble, pop up, shot! He's rushing plays, he's trying to take more risks, and it's clearly not favoring him all too much in this game here. Shadowball, now he's looking for some mechanics. Oh my goodness, Shadowball!
It's real easy to just get mad and jump at it for no reason. Oh, now
goodness.
Who's going to be the MVP for his team if they won the series, and he definitely unlocked his superpower.
Exactly, this has not been a game where they've been exactly the best in so far, and I can't imagine things are good. Oh, that's an amazing shot! Seconds ticking off the clock now as Umato will take it from the back corner. Soda jumps in, and he just takes this one!
And so he just dives in, because he's falling off the ceiling anyway, so he has his flip. Shadow will take another one here. Just salt in the wound with 3 seconds left.
After eliminating the tournament's 1 seed in dominant fashion, it was clear that we were playing well, but we had to wait until the next day to play our lower quarterfinals match, erasing our momentum. Additionally, our opponent was Gryffindor QC, the team that had swept us in groups. Though the casters predicted us as the favorites, this was a team that matched up well against us, and we would again have to play our best in order to get revenge and move on to the semifinals.
I think he's quiet just by the fact that Shadowball and Silky weren't quiet, and that's gonna fall in front! The thing they gotta make sure is they gotta make sure that Leopard doesn't panic, he doesn't rush things, because even though things don't look good,
find some answers here. Their offense has not been great here.
they'll keep things close, but can't get the ball out.
Getting a little space and seeing the ball find the back of the net, because they're in with a sub.
Now demoed away is Blue. Silky. One-on-one again. Flip reset. Could use it! Defense not pushing up too high. Not taking any major chances, but that's a bad touch.
Again, I feel like they're just not quite being aggressive enough. And then, like, on the last goal they gave in front of these shots, I really feel like someone's going to make a miscalculation and fake in front of their own net. That's going to lead to the game winner here.
Well, that might have been it right there. It's a double commit! Who jumps in? Now the shot. That's off the crossbar. Phantom Gaming did not jump for it as Leopard's going to have a chance. Go down the field, and both of them love to take on their solo plays, but they'll also play quite far back, so expect a lot of that as Leopard. That's a beautiful play.
Side of where the attackers were. Somebody left themselves open for a demo. Leopard going to go for it again here. Oh, just off the post. Blue follows because the ball cam is changing angle based on the orientation of your card.
Doesn't help him anyways, and he didn't have the boost in the goal line, but he'll go for a chance here. That's a great shot. Give himself one last good opportunity to take out Leopard. He'll get it here. Leopard was out of position. He doesn't want to give Shadowball any chance to score. Now he'll jump in. Shadowball takes it. Leopard doesn't have a very good recovery here. Shadowball's got a lot of time to work with. And and he will take a 2-goal advantage. They're going to have their problems. They're going to have their issues. And Gryffindor QC, I think, are favored, but
Caution to not go down 3-2 here, making them play a little more conservatively, but they find it there.
on the end of this one, Shadow Ball keeps to the back wall. Phantom, Soda, still Soda, got room, flick reset! Phantom Gaming on offense again, and with time running out, QC needs something! Luskadoodle doesn't have boost, and it's 2v1. He's pushed out the way, it's an open net, and Shadow Ball scores!
Affected his mental inning going into this.
Oh, but he did get demoed here. It's an open play in front. That's gonna be a goal for Ghosty!
Out of the Phantom side, as we see, they're just kind of tapping the ball around, content to not give it away with a bad offensive possession.
A lot of risks, and it didn't pay off, and Phantom Gaming just did so well to score them, as they're gonna score another one here and make it 5-1.
We pulled through and came out victorious in a close series, but losing another overtime highlighted a key weakness. As the stakes grew, it would put us to the test to see if we could perform under pressure. We were now competing for a piece of the prize pool in our semifinal against Crazy Cats, as the winner would secure $30 for their team. Crazy Cats were undefeated so far in the tournament, but they were now playing with 2 subs, so we had to strike while they were weak.
Yemo should have had contact there. Blaze doesn't get the touch he wants. Yemo
Gets credit for the assist on both the Silky's goals. I know technically one of them was a kickoff goal. Soda and Silky here doing what I called. They're going to get the touch they want, and the defense can't stop it. And they're playing with that swagger right now. It is leading to a dominating performance here.
and the time will go down. Maybe a last effort for Phantom Gaming, and they will Brazil. And Shadow Ball 14 continuing on the kickoff dominance. He lets Zach panic on the back line, and Shadow Ball 14 will take the second goal there.
To try to get a dub here against Shadow Ball. But maybe that's what Crazy Cats were considering when they picked this matchup, knowing that they just lost the first one. Rather than trying to force the issue, just let Shadow play into him, try to have solid defense and score on counterattacks.
Shadow Ball, oh my god, with a reset.
You got to be feeling bad for Zach at the moment, but it's still a lot of time left. Even though he's down 5, it's a ones game. Finds himself unable to score in the first 2 minutes, but he gets an open net here, gets his first one on the board.
Will try to get a goal here, and you will. And this game will go on the side of Phantom Gaming. He tries to put it middle. Zach and Nemo double commit there. Soda with a shot opportunity.
You at a funny angle, you won't be flat to the ground when you leave. And so, recognizing that, he challenges immediately, knowing Yamo has to wait.
That Shadow Ball will bring the ball down the field. And that's off the crossbar, but Blaze up. There must be a kickoff strap, but there's none.
Into a man. Yamo trying to track it back, able to get it around. And try to follow this Silky waiting on him on the other wall. Oh, this is trouble. Blaze may have touched it into his own goal.
Will have ball possession here. He takes it off of his own backboard, sort of with another demo. This is an open net for Phantom Gaming.
Man, that thing had to have been close to 70. No one's getting a piece of that if it isn't high. And Soda here with the shot.
Will try, but Silky will and Soda will continue to kill off the clock. This is the series done. Silky will get one last effort.
We were now in the grand finals with a chance to claim the top cash prize of $70. But even after that commanding sweep, we were still not expected to win. This is because our opponent was the Whiff-Offs, the tournament favorites. With a 14-3 game record, they hadn't even lost more than 1 game in a series so far. Even going up against the same teams as us, they had much more convincing victories. It was clear that no matter what adversity we had to overcome to get this far, this would be our toughest match of the tournament.
Welcome to the Paradise Cup Championship, and into the Excellence Division. One team will win, Phantom Gaming, because they don't really rely on that rotation as much as other teams do. And Whiff-Offs want to win this one.
Soda here taking that away. Zink gonna meet him in the corner. Soda still getting it around middle. Waffle tries to get it out but can't. There's another goal.
Probably could have had a couple more goals in this game. Phantom Gaming held on.
Then was able in the last 30 seconds to come back and hits the game winner with 15 seconds remaining.
And that was in the semifinals that we just saw, so Phantom Gaming, they know 2v2 has not exactly been there. Shadowball's continuing just to waste time. He's gonna waste even more as he waits. Now he's got the play, the fake underneath.
That makes Zenith go ahead and jump up, and as soon as he does that, he reapplies boost so that he's low on that 50 and pushes it under him. It was a heads-up play.
He'll take the boost from Shadowball, but he won't be able to easily shoot from here. He's gone off the ceiling, though. Oh my goodness, Zenith!
And I bet as he was coming out off the ceiling, Shadow was like, there's no way he turns this into offense.
Shadowball right behind him, Zenith just staying right on it. He's not giving up anything, and he will get the chance. The flick! Zenith! In the back of the net! And Waffle can go down the field. Across the net, you know she's gonna look for that bump. Won't need it. It's Zink! Under the fence! and get some more controlled offense. A turn from what we saw earlier from Phantom Gaming. I think they've realized they've got to win offense. Not only are they just feeling good, but they're playing as if they cannot lose.
Well, the main thing that confidence gives you.
With room, beats out Zink, but it won't go towards the net. Soda again, off that sidewall, second touch not made. And the whiff-offs end this game.
You can't even get a shot to go close to add it. It's an unfortunate touch there trying to set it up. Waffle now going to find that gap again.
Now Phantom Gaming have to push in a lot more as this is a wide open net for them.
Great spot with less than 90 seconds to go here in this 2v2 portion.
And Zink's out of position. It's going to be one for Soda. 2-goal comeback this late in the game in a 2v2 game mode when they have to play so aggressively. This is going to be tough, and it's going to be made even tougher here with this one from Silky. But unfortunately, for the whip-offs, that offense has been quiet so far. That'll end this one.
We got two blue players, all three blue players on the front post. Golden opportunity for Orange here while the defense is discombobulated. There's a demo, and Waffle going to capitalize there.
Zenith. Waffle. Ooh, awkward here. It's open. Oh, and Soda.
Like you said, may not have even realized the net was open. And so, this is dangerous with no time left. Oh, wow. And Soda's going to take that and put it in. What a play coming out. And that's going to send us to overtime. What a play to send us to overtime, too. Such a banger shot coming out from Soda.
And if I'm not wrong, have we not seen overtime so far in this grand finals?
Especially for the whiff-offs in threes.
Yeah, I'm surprised that we haven't seen it yet, but boy, does this game deserve it here as Zink facing back will keep things away. Whip-offs on defense. Shadow Ball. Zenith, one shot could be the difference here as Soda won't be able to make it, but he will force the whip out. Waffle's gonna be there. That's a huge play on almost no boost. It's in for the net. Zenith can't get there. It is! Soda wins! Phantom Gaming on match point! As a demo on one. Shadow Ball with a full tank of boost. One-on-one with Zenith, and that's a huge flick. It goes towards the nets. Waffle gets the block.
And probably your most individually gifted player in Shadow. And thus far, you haven't gotten caught with a bunch of overcommits or team bumps or anything to give up an easy one nearly halfway through this one.
Oh, two demos here. It's a lot of room. Shadow Ball all alone. Over Zenith. Shadow Ball on one. The bomb. The play. And now they gotta win it here as it's Soda. He said he's been popping off all night, but he won't get the shot to go in. Zenith and Waffle, 2-on-1. He's got a passing option. Zenith went for his own there. I would have liked to see the pass on that play. Instead, it goes back. Soda on the dribble. The 50!
Their foot off the gas. And I can guarantee you, even if they score 3 in the next 5 seconds, Shadow is not going to be interested in any time wasting this go around.
But he couldn't win the 1v1 game that started the deficit Phantom Gaming that they had to recover from. Now, they look for more. They're not interested in giving any chance for the whip-offs.
Now we have less than 90 seconds remaining, and no matter what whiff-offs have tried in this 2v2, Phantom has just shown that 2v2 is going to be their game mode to win it.
Give it again with a breaker rotation. Brings Drowley into the play. Atomic misses! Oh, it's a massive mistake!
Comebacks tonight. They've had plenty of comebacks in this series. And you know that if any team wants it more than the whip-offs, they're going to need to earn every bit of it here. Zenith, with room. Overtime looming for both these rosters. Game 7 on the cards, but it's Waffle who will look for their chance. It's Shadow Ball again. Up is Soda. Down is Soda. Owing is Soda. Waffle gets it away. Zenith will clear it out. We have overtime.
Yep, Waffle and Zenith here take it to overtime after being down 2. Gonna need to find the overtime goal here to force game 7. Soda and Shadow looking great. Here's a play.
Oh my goodness!
What a save from Waffle.
And it still stays out. How on earth does Waffle get that one? Saving her team from what was certain death in Game 6. Phantom Gaming are only 1 goal away from being Excellence Division champs. But Waffle goes again. Waffle. Oh, that was a great idea, but Zenith wasn't on the same page. Waffle's gonna have to go back as Soda chasing down Riff-Offs. It's gonna go up. 2 players go. Nobody has. Shadow Ball to win it. It's over. The captain has scored, and Phantom Gaming go the distance.
With this victory, we complete the lower bracket run and won the whole tournament, earning ourselves $70 and going to bed as the ATS Paradise Cup 3 Excellence Division champions.
Congratulations on your victory and for your incredible competition. Take care. Have a great night. Enjoy that victory and enjoy everything that comes with it. You guys wholeheartedly deserved it.
Appreciate you, big dog.
Thanks for hosting the tournament.
Yeah. For sure, for sure, for sure. Know you love Big Low for sure.
Of course, we love you all as well. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great night. Go and celebrate. We've got the best of Phantom Gaming. You guys deserve to. Well, Silky's out. That was Silky, by the way.